What's up, YouTube? My name is Ty, financial professional. Welcome to my channel. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here's AMC Entertainment. This finishes at $9.72 today. That is up 12.5%. So last time we discussed this stock was back when the APE dividend was distributed. It was a major sell-off, but I did say that it was looking pretty bullish and it was probably a good time to buy the dip. And since then, this did look like it caught support, bottomed out, and is starting to reverse now. So if you guys want to buy, it appears like you missed the absolute bottom, but it's not too late to go long here. This was number 3 on StockTwits today, after SPY and Mullen had about 4,000 mentions, so once again, we're going to analyze it. So no company-specific news to justify this price action today, just the overall market's doing really well, everything moving today, especially growth in memes. And of course, AMC is one of the OG meme stocks. Okay, let's jump right in. Let's go ahead and analyze here. So first of all, we have a cup and handle in the making, bottom of the cup being the low of 790, and there can be multiple possible tops. It can be 1305, 2610, or 2750, and in the longer term, this is part of an even bigger cup and handle where this has the potential to go all the way back up to the high of 7260. Although I do believe the most realistic top would be 1305. But those are all bullish indicators that is telling us that the stock should come back up to one of those tops to complete the cup. The RSI, the relative strength index, is currently at 37. So no longer in oversold and undervalued territory, but still an extremely low RSI. So that's a bullish indicator. Down here on the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence, the MACD line has not crossed the signal line just yet, but it looks like it will very soon. So that's a bullish indicator that is telling us that it may be time to buy. Here we had a descending channel forming, where the upper channel was around 8 and the lower channel was around 7. So if this broke 8 to the upside, that would be bullish, and if this broke 7 to the downside, that would be bearish. This did in fact break 8 to the upside, so that's a bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock may be due for a breakout, and it is in fact breaking out right now. And we do have a double gap down. First gap down was back at 1750, so that's a bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 1750 to fill this gap, and the second gap down was back at 1910. So another bullish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back up to 1910 to fill this gap. And now for the bearish stuff, so we also had a gap up today at 870. So that's a bearish indicator that is telling us that the stock should come back down to 870 to fill this gap. And here we do have a bear flag forming. Here's the flag pole, and here's the flag. So that's a bearish indicator that is telling us that the stock may be due for a sell-off. And if you guys want to follow along, the link to the chart is in the description down below. So right now, this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 985 and 960. So if this goes to the upside, next levels of resistance would be 985, 1040, 1090, 1130, 1160, $12, 1245, 1265, 1305, 1355, 1410, 1465, 15, 1535, 1585, 1650, 1690, 1730, 1780, 1820, 1855, 1890, 1955, and then 2035. There is resistance above 2035, but we're not going to discuss that right now. And if this goes to the downside, next levels of support would be 960, 925, 890, 860, 830, 795, and then 710. There is support below 710, but we're not going to discuss that right now. So right now at the current price, 970, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty decently sized, so expect a regular amount of price action either way this goes. However, if/when this breaks 1890 to the upside, the channels start to open up and get really wide. So expect a significant increase in price action if/when this breaks 1890 to the upside. And to the downside, if/when this breaks 795, the channels start to open up and get really wide. So expect a significant increase in price action if/when this breaks 795 to the downside. And this did 36 million in volume today, which is way below the average of 72 million. So this pump today was not confirmed by the volume. Okay guys, just my opinion, not financial advice. So it's been a pretty rough month for AMC. Pulled back all the way from the high 20s to the $7 range. So sorry to the apes for that. But like I said, this does appear like it caught support, bottomed out, and is starting to reverse now. And this does appear pretty bullish in the short and long terms. Again, we have bullish indicators in the cup and handle, RSI, MACD, descending channel, and double gap down. And again, we have bearish indicators in the gap up and bear flag. So more bullish indicators than bearish indicators right now. I think in the very short term, this may be due for a little bit of a pullback, but overall, it does look pretty bullish. Therefore, if you want to go long, not financial advice, the current price of 972 is a pretty good entry. Not quite excellent anymore, but definitely an above average entry here. And you can't go too wrong buying in here. especially if you're willing to hold for the long term. Again, this should eventually come back up to 1910 to fill the gap there, and from the current price of 970, that would be over a 95% upside potential, and again, this should come back down to 870 to fill the gap there, and from the current price of 970, that would be about a 10% downside potential. So I would say going long at the current price, 970 would be a low risk, very high reward play. Definitely worth a shot in my opinion. Massive upside potential, and really shouldn't go too much further to the downside. Can't go too wrong here. That being said, I do think if you're a bit patient here, again, this should come back down to 870 to fill the gap, and I think that would be an excellent entry. An even better entry than the current price of 970. And from 870 up to 1910, that would be about a 120% upside potential. So I would say going long at 870 would also be a low risk, very high reward play. But it's not as risky, and there is more upside potential. So I can't support going long at the current price, 970, and if it pulls back, then you can just average down at the supports that I mentioned before. Although personally, I would try to get this back at 870. But yes, this looks like an excellent buying opportunity here. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, I would not do that, and I would not recommend that. You missed your chance going short here. You should have went short anywhere from the $27 range all the way down to the $12 range, and here at 970, it's a bit too late to go short. Again, more bullish indicators than bearish indicators right now. This is near the yearly low. Again, this should eventually come back up to 1910 to fill the gap there, which would be about a 95% upside potential. And again, this should come back down to 870 to fill the gap there, which would be about a 10% downside potential. So I would say going short at the current price, 970, would be a very high risk, low reward play. Not really worth it in my opinion. You'd be shorting for crumbs and exposing yourself to massive upside risk. So that does not appear to be the smartest play right now. Although I will say, this should come back down to 870, so there is a little bit of money to be made here on the downside. Just way too risky for my liking. So if you want to go short, please do that at your own risk, and it would definitely have to be for a quick scalp. Get in, get your money, get out. And again, I would cover at 870 where the gap is for a 10% downside gain. But yeah, overall, it looks way too late to go short, and you're likely going to get burned. So congratulations to everyone who made money in the stock today, and good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is AMC Entertainment. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please like the video, please subscribe, and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Peace out.